common goal. So it doesn't matter which guru is speaking, we should see all gurus as one, and we should try to serve our own guru as much as we should have to serve the guru's god brothers as much as we serve our own guru. Respect all other Vaishnavas so that there will be a big family, to be one big family, full of respect and mutual understanding. And the individuals there being decorated with Vaishnava etiquettes, proper Vaishnava etiquettes. And also, we expect that all devotees come together to be able to propagate the holy name and the philosophy of Krishna consciousness together as a service to our preeminent Siksha Guru. Divine Grace lies about Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Then, of course, we talked about course assessments. Yes, we promised giving some open book questions, some essays, but we skip it. But then there is what is called closed book assessment. That is an examination we are going to conduct. At the end of this course, we are going to fix the date for the exam. Either confirm the old date we fixed, which was Monday, coming Monday, or we shift it to Wednesday. We'll conclude on that. Okay, then that is it. In a nutshell, or an overview, the Guru, Tattva, and Paramparam, that is the content of Unit 1. Introduction, theory, and content. Guru, Tattva, and Paramparam. Then we explain the similarities and differences between the two main categories of gurus, the Siksha Guru and the Diksha Guru. Then we give at least 4 arguments to refute Ritvik philosophy, Ritvik Vada philosophy. And we give appropriate references to Shastra. That is Unit 1. Unit 1 ends with that. What is Ritvik? And how do we refute their arguments? Ritvik means proxy, initiation by proxy. Somebody is initiating, but the person is not there to take responsibility. He is initiating on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. So you do the initiation, but you are not there to take the responsibility of taking the disciple back home, back to God. You are like a ceremonial initiator. You are initiating on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. But in the course of the Ritvik argument, which we are going to come to later, we see that this is not our process. And there was never any reference where this was approved in our Vaishnava, Siddhanta. Rather, the contrary was the case. There were those who tried to do that, and their guru ended up expelling them. So there were no scriptural references. And it will promote lack of commitment also. You can go and initiate, enjoy the title Guruship, but you are not there to take responsibility of taking the disciples back to God. It's cheap. It's like very cheap. So then in the second unit, was it? No? Yes, we talk about Guru Padashraya. We explain how the Prabhupada function as the preeminent Siksha Guru and founder Acharya of ISKCON. Anytime you have questions, you can just raise up your hand and ask, because we are just reviewing. I'm not going to go into details. I'm just touching on the main topics. Then we explain how Srila Prabhupada functions as the preeminent Shiksha Guru and founder Acharya of ISKCON. Why it is important that Srila Prabhupada remains the preeminent Shiksha Guru of ISKCON for future generations. And we also briefly describe, with reference to current ISKCON law, appropriate methods of worship of Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON current gurus. Then, of course, in Unit 2 and 3, we talked about establishing and acting in relationship with Guru, selection of Guru and initiation vows. We talked elaborately about them, initiation vows. We explained the importance of initiation vows with reference to comments from Srila Prabhupada. We list some qualifications of Guru that you consider important with reference to Shastra and mandatory qualification of Diksha Guru that you can find in the Appendix 3. In your student handbook, you go to the appendix. Appendix 3 contains a lot about this. Then we discuss appropriate and inappropriate methods and reasons for selecting a guru. There are appropriate methods and there are appropriate reasons for selecting a guru. And by the same token, there are inappropriate methods and inappropriate reasons for selecting a guru. Avoid the inappropriate and adopt the appropriate. Then you'll be there. Okay, then of course, we talk also, or we discuss about the relationship between Guru Seva and service to the mission of ISKCON. We explain the importance of a balanced approach to these two. What is Guru Vapu? What is Guru Vani? Which is more important? We explained. And we give at least 4 examples of inappropriate and appropriate subjects on which to seek advice from Guru. It's not everything you ask the Guru. You should ask for something devotional. Give appropriate references to Shastra in your reply. Then we discuss how a disciple should behave towards one's gurus, God brothers, God sisters. Give appropriate references in the Shastra. Then, of course, in Unit 4, we talk about presenting one's guru. Presenting one's guru. And there we describe what we consider to be the appropriate attitudes and behavior for an ISKCON disciple in regard to promoting his guru in public and within the society of Vaishnavas. Then we give references to relevant Shastra and current ISKCON laws in our response. Why is it important for ISKCON disciples to develop an appropriate attitude in this regard? Why is it important to publicly promote the Prabhupada as the founder, Acharya, and preeminent Shiksha Guru in ISKCON for the present and for the future? And having said this, we came to lesson 2. And the lesson 2 was about Guru Tattva and Guru Parampara. And we gave an example of the temple being an embassy. The temple is like the embassy of the spiritual world. And in the embassy, what do you see? The guru is the visa sanctioning authority there. And the guru checks for three things: whether we are following, are we following? The guru checks for this. Then do we have enough bank balance? Just like in the embassy, the ambassador will find out whether you have enough money, so that if you go, you will not go and get stranded and constitute social nuisance. Then the guru also checks for your motive. Why do you want to take initiation? The guru checks. If your motive is ulterior, it's different from why the embassy is there, then they will advise you on what to do. They will reject your application. So the guru check for your attitudes. If you have ulterior motives, if you have ulterior attitudes that are not proper, he will check it. Just like the embassy will check for why you are going there. Are you going there to drop some bombs, or you are really wanting to go there to serve Krishna? So, Prabhu, So these things are checked. Salikaji, you promised before now. Why are you violating? Are you talking to me? Yes, you are violating now because this thing is making noise now. Oh, this one, eh? Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so this is the process. Before you can go to Goloka, you have to be a Golokian here first. You have to learn how to be a Golokian. Yeah. So that when you find yourself in the spiritual world, you will not be like a stranger who has come from the back door. So there are certain attitudes that you are expected to, cultivate. So we say before going to any country, you have to learn about the culture, the anthropology of the country, the way they do things, so that you can start practicing how to do that. Just like somebody wants to go to America. From here, you start practicing how to talk like American, how to dress like American, how to carry his body like an American. So before going to the spiritual world, you need to prepare to look like a bhakta here. That's why you see in the temple people tying dhoti, tilak all over their bodies. And they look totally strange to the common man, because the kingdom of God, everything there is completely different from what is here. Here people are wearing trousers and shirts and making different kinds of haircuts. There you only see seekers haircuts for men. Seekers haircuts for men. And you see the kind type of clothes they wear. They don't wear sewn clothes. So anyway, this is the whole idea. We must be trained by the Guru in the 9 processes of Bhakti, how to do devotional service. The Guru has to train us. Then the senior devotees are there to assist the Guru in training us on how to be Golokian. We want to go to Goloka. So that is it. Yes, the devotees' lives should be good with Guru and with Krishna. If you want to be good with Krishna first, you have to be good with the Guru. Follow the directions of the Guru. And not only Guru Shakti, but one's personal endeavor is also very important. The Guru covers us with his energy, but we should also personally endeavor to become serious practitioners, to become pure devotees. So we don't need to wait for the Guru to come and wake you up in the morning to prepare for program. Once you are living there, you should know that you have to wake up. get yourself prepared for program. In this way, spontaneously, you begin to follow the process there. So, Guru Shakti, Guru's mercy is there for you, but you have to make endeavor in order to harvest that mercy and utilize it very well. So, very, very important. Okay, Krishna consciousness is a process. It's a process. There are activities. Okay, it's a process, and initiation ceremony is part of the processes. Do you get it? Krishna consciousness is a process, and the initiation ceremony is part of the process. Understand? The initiation ceremony is part of the process. It's part of the process.
Yes.
Initiation ceremony is part of the process. So you have to undergo it. And that initiation means you are getting officially connected to the big Vaishnava family, global Vaishnava family. You are getting directly connected, and the Guru is your connection point. The Guru is the one connecting you to the big family. Then when you get connected, you enter into the family, you see so many big uncles, your Guru's mates, even your Guru's seniors are there. Your Guru's juniors are there. Everybody has his role in place to encouraging the new person to coming up. But you have entered the big family, very big family. Okay? So when you're in that family, you should know that if you act properly, you get protection from the whole family. You get protection from your Guru, you get protection from other Vaishnavas, you get protection from Krishna, you get protection from the structure. You get it right? Okay. So the Diksha Guru, there is a Diksha Guru, then there is Siksha Guru. These are the two main categories of gurus, Siksha Gurus and Diksha Gurus. The Diksha Guru is the Guru that gives initiation. Officially, he connects you to the Paramparam system. He connects you. The Guru is the socket that you can plug your charger into. You plug the charger into the socket, then the energy will flow through the socket and charge your phone. So that socket should be working socket. If it is spoiled socket, it will not do the work. That's why there are qualifications of the Guru also. The Guru must be connected himself, and he must be philosophically versed, and he must be a devotee of Krishna. So it's a working socket. You connect to him. Then the Diksha Guru will give you what is called spiritual name. And before taking the spiritual name, you make some vows. And one of them is no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no eating fish or eggs. Then you vow to chant 16 rounds every day. Then the Guru gives you initiation. So the Guru that gives you that initiation is called Siksha Guru. The Guru that gives you the beats at the time of initiation and also give you a name. Your name is changed from whatever it is now to a new name. They will say your new name is so. Okay, so that Guru that gives you the name and the beat is called Diksha Guru. Most of the time, the same Guru gives a second initiation. But if circumstances warrant and your Diksha Guru is no more on the planet, another person can still give you that initiation. So at the time of initiation, the disciples make vows. Okay? Then what happens? The Guru actually removes the disciples' sinful reactions at the time of initiation. The Guru, at the point of initiation, he absorbs the disciples' sinful reactions and also kill the seeds of sinful activities in the heart of the disciple. These are the two things that happen at the point of initiation. He absorbs the reaction of previous sinful activities. Then he kills the seeds of sinful activities still lying latent, inactive within you. The Guru dries them up. These activities take place. So he accepts the karma of the disciple voluntarily. Okay? You get it again? At the time of initiation, the burden of sinful previous karmic reactions will be absorbed or be removed by the Guru. Then there are also some seeds of sinful activities lying in your heart, waiting for the right time to germinate. The Guru will boil those seeds also. He will cook the seeds so that they won't be able to germinate again. Okay. And by that, the Guru will tell you to sin no more. When the Guru absorbs your previous sin and kill the seed of sinful activities in your heart, he will say, sin no more. That means you are not expected to break the principles after initiation. And the contract is that provided you are ready to follow the initiation, as long as you are following the initiation vows, I will protect you. The Guru talks, so I will stand for you. So by that, the disciple is expected to show gratitude to the Guru by following his own part of the contract, the vows. It is a way of showing gratitude to your Guru that you follow your vows. Oh. Then the next point is that you can only take one Diksha Guru at a time. Only one Diksha Guru. One, only one Diksha Guru. But you can have many Siksha Gurus. That's all the similarities and differences between Diksha Gurus and Siksha Gurus. Diksha Guru is only one, but the Siksha Gurus can be many at a time. All departmental heads are Siksha Gurus. You learn Sankirtan from a devotee, that devotee is a Siksha Guru. You learn how to cook Vaishnava food from a devotee, is a Siksha Guru. You learn how to preach from a devotee, is a Siksha Guru. You learn how to dress the deities and work in the other departments. The person there is also your Siksha. So in this way, there are so many Siksha Gurus you can have. But you can only have one Diksha Guru. The differences. Only one Diksha Guru, but Siksha Gurus can be many. You get it? Who becomes our Siksha Guru? becomes our Siksha gurus and how do we get there? We have already said it. Those who are taking the pain to train us in all fields, they are our Siksha gurus. Then the temple president is also your Siksha guru. Any temple you are functioning within its catchment area is your Siksha guru. And by extension, all temple presidents are Siksha gurus. Our Diksha guru is also our Siksha guru also. Among the many Siksha gurus, our Diksha guru is the main one. It's one of them. And other Diksha gurus, apart from your own Diksha guru, but are Diksha gurus to others, they are also your Siksha gurus. It's one big family working complementarily to train the bodies. So you get it. All other gurus are your Siksha gurus. All other gurus are your Siksha gurus. Dr. Sarah, you should mute, please. Thank you for muting. As you mute, concentrate, because I will ask you questions. So, Srila Prabhupada is our preeminent Siksha Guru. Oh. When you hear Yasya Prasada, Bhagavad Prasado, Yasya Prasada, Nagati Kutopi, what does it mean? That song we sing. Can anybody remember the meaning of this song? Yasya Prasada, Bhagavad Prasado, Yasya Prasada, Nagati Kutopi. Can somebody remember the meaning? If the spiritual master is pleased with us, our life is successful. And if the spiritual master is displeased with us, Nagatikuto, spiritual life is finished. So we should seek for the pleasure of our spiritual master. We should act in a way that our spiritual master will be pleased with us. Very important. We should always act in a way that the spiritual master will be pleased with us. Okay? Act in a way that the spiritual master will be pleased with us. How does the Diksha Guru work? Why is it important that before Diksha, we leave the process purely? First, we have explained that for you to go to Goloka, you must first be a Golokian. You must learn how to be a Golokian. As much as you will learn how to live in America from the embassy. So the temple is the embassy of the spiritual world. So you learn how to live in the spiritual world by learning how to live in the temple. Simple living, high thinking is our motto. And you can come to the temple to learn how to live simply and think highly. So how does the Diksha Guru work? Why is it important that before Diksha, we live the process purely of progress? And we get the example of the firewood. That firewood needs to be dry before it can act as firewood. Before a wood can act as firewood, it needs to be dry. In the dry wood, there is fire concealed. Fire is hiding inside the dry. And if you want to know that there is fire in the dry leaf, just ignite it, just light it up. Then immediately, once you light it up, it starts burning. And the whole log of food will be consumed by that fire. That means there is fire inside. So this is analogous to living purely and properly as a Vaishnava before ever taking initiation. That's why we first allow you to live for about 6 months at least to 1 year before you can ever take initiation. You first learn how to live, purely before taking initiation. So the firewood needs to be dry before it can act as firewood. Similarly, a potential devotee must first practice and then later formalize his connection to diction. You practice how to chant your 16 rounds, practice how to follow the regulatory principles, practice how to avoid the unavoidable. Okay, you get it? Firewood must be dry before it can act as firewood. Similarly, a potential devotee must first practice and then later formalize his connection to diction. We must practice properly before going into a match. If you don't practice before going into a match, you will be defeated very woefully. You must practice properly before going to the match. So one who is not properly initiated can easily fall back into material life. We don't want to fall back to material life, so when we have opportunity for taking decisions, be serious. That means the vows we make, we must be ready to keep them. The vows we make at the time of initiation, we should be ready to keep them. And that if one is not properly initiated, there is a great tendency for him to just fall back. After all, I'm not committed. I've not made any commitment, so I can do whatever I like. When I'm ready, I'll come and take it. You will never be ready. You will never be ready. Now is the time. Okay? In other words, the initiation we undergo gives us the impetus to commit properly. And in the process, establish a lifelong commitment by His grace. Okay? The process of initiation gives us the impetus, the booster. It motivates us to commit properly, to properly do what we say we want to do. So we want to serve God the best. The best. So we want to serve God for life is the best. And if you undergo the initiation ceremony, you will get the impetus to remain pure, to maintain purity. For your own benefit and for the benefit of others. Then we are also giving superiors to consult. We are giving the process of bhakti to purify us. We are giving superiors to consult. Oh. We explain the process of paramparam in 2 ways. That the paramparam system, the Guru paramparam system that we talk about, is like you have a ripened fruit on top of a tree. And you want to get this fruit down to the ground without any breakage. So what do? If you have a clique of friends, you are together. One person climbed very close to where the fruit is. Another one climbed to the next branch. Another one climbed to the next branch. Another one climbed to the next branch. So all of them are connected. The next branch, when the person nearest to the fruit pick the ripened fruit, he hands it over to the next person behind it on the next branch. That person on that branch will also pick it and we hand it over to the next person in the next branch until the fruit will get to the ground. Very, very, without any scratch. And on the other hand, or the second way, is to just get some sticks and some stones and stone the ripened mango. Stone it until you hit it and it will fall. Sometimes the stone will scatter the mango flesh and all the juice start dripping off and it will fall violently on the ground and it will break and more juice will go away, then mix with sand. Then you pick it. We say, if you were the person, which one will you prefer? If you are the person in question who wants this mango, which of the two processes will you prefer? Answer me, otherwise I will call your name. I will call your names one by one. Bakti Amasewa, which of the processes will you prefer? The fruit coming down from branch to branch until it get to you down unscratched. The second process is to stone the ripened mango fruits. Sometimes you eat it violently, break it, and it will fall on the ground. Whatever you get out of it is okay. Which of the system will you prefer? If you are there about it, so talk now. If you are there, answer this question. Which one would you prefer? And if you are not there, of course, we ask Batin Akuti. Batin Akuti, which one would you prefer? Are you there? If you are there, prove me wrong. See, if you are not ready to be interactive, we will prolong the question, the class very well. But there are so many areas to cover. You have to be ready to be interactive. But the titles, which one will you prefer?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Dhanavat Finance. Prabhuji, please, I prefer the first one. The first one, that the fruit took his time, got ripened
Okay,
without any violence.
Very good. Then you will get, even though you're on the ground, you will get the ripened fruits just intact. That is the process that is preferred by all intelligent men. Men who are truly intelligent, that is the process they prefer. And it works. Yes, it's the best process. The second process is being preferred by some small boys who are not, practically in any sober mood. They can't wait. They just stone it. When it hit the ground, whatever it means, you just wash it and start to eat. But the better or preferable alternative is I want to climb up, get whatever you want, come down. That is the process. Okay. Having said that, we come to some of these arguments about this rhetoric. And we say rhetoric, by definition, is proxy initiation. Proxy initiation. And this is considered a fallacious theory by which in the absence of the original spiritual master, one gives Diksha, initiation, in the name of the original spiritual master. Like Srila Prabhupada is the original spiritual master in ISKCON here. And someone will say, oh, none of Prabhupada's disciples is qualified to take disciples on their own. So we can only Prabhupada is pure. Only him can take disciples. So if you are initiating on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. That the disciples are not actually yours. They are Srila Prabhupada's disciples. So Prabhupada will take responsibility of absorbing all their sins. He will absorb all their sins and also keep the seed of sin in their hearts. But for you, your own is just to dress nicely and do the ceremony and pamush. See? So that is it. The rhetoric, that is the basis of the rhetoric philosophy. And actually, some of them have some good reasons why they will not accept this, because initially, many of them were God brothers, and some were elevated to the position of gurus, the others did not. And these measures also like shows that, method shows that we are not ready to take responsibility that the Prabhupada could not make pure devotees himself. So none of them is qualified to give initiation. Therefore, only Srila Prabhupada is qualified, and you can only initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. This is the rhetoric idea, and it is not supported. It is not supported. You must be ready to take responsibility. Once you are not ready to take responsibility, so some of the gurus who first became gurus, later some of them also had some difficulty. Some of them had some difficulties. Some fell. So those who are doing this retreat, initially they were not in support that their God brothers are like elevated above them suddenly. And the God brothers were also expecting to be treated like as if they are their gurus. So the services they were giving to Srila Prabhupada, the God brothers also wanted to enjoy it. Sit on very big yasasa like Srila Prabhupada, and their God brothers are now doing them Guru Puja and all that and worshiping them. That is the mood they have arrived, while the other ones are less. With that mentality, they didn't agree with many of them, didn't agree with them. That was the beginning of the whole thing. And some of them along the line they fell. And as they fell, immediately the retreat justified that yes, this is what we are saying. This is what we have been saying. That they are not qualified to become gurus. And they are so proud. They were given a chance to become gurus. They were thinking they were already gurus like the already gurus like the Prabhupada. And they were taking worship. Now they are falling. You see? So they jubilate at the fall of. And by doing this, everything became more difficult. Then some of them were sent to different places. They succeeded nicely. Then some of them get intoxicated by the opulence that come with it. Money was flowing in their direction. And they actually started to misuse the money, and other things follow. When you gather enough money, you would like to enjoy the money. So outlets were open for self gratification. So fall down took place. And when that happened, the ritual people will justify that, yeah, this is what we have been saying. People didn't listen to us. This is what we have been saying. So So anyway, that is it. Why do we have to accept a living spiritual master? Because some can say, as part of the written philosophy, Srila Prabhupada is the only pure person. We can only accept Srila Prabhupada. Any other person is acting as a guru. He's only acting on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. The disciples he initiates, they are not his disciples, they are Srila Prabhupada disciples. So why do we need to accept a living spiritual master? Oh, active one, back to Titus. Is to
yes. The living guru will give us our spiritual name so that he can give us instruction. He can carry our karma and all the reactions.
And so he can carry our karma and all the reaction, then you keep on committing for him to carry karma.
That doesn't give us a guarantee that we should go back to our sinful deeds, but we should follow strictly according to the living guru's instructions.
It gives you opportunity, but it's like sin no more. Sin no more. Okay? So, yes, the living spiritual master is the living link, is a life link between us, Krishna, and the scripture. The living spiritual master is the life link between us, Krishna, and the scriptures. So it's a life link. It represents Krishna, it represents the scriptures, and his life should be exemplary. Okay? First of all, the human body is compared to be a boat on the ocean of material miseries or the ocean of nescience. Then for a boat to be able to cross an ocean, there must be a captain, expert captain. That expert captain of boatman is the spiritual master. And then also, if a boat is to fly smoothly to its destination, most of the time, if there are favorable breezes, it is easier. The breeze is blowing towards the direction you are going. So once you remove the anchor, automatically the breeze itself is carrying the boat. You just have to control the boat, then you can go far. But if you are going against the current, you are going against the breeze, you may find it very difficult. But if you are going with the current, the anchor is already removed, the boat is going with the current at a high speed. Then the spiritual master is the expert boatman who will be controlling it as it's moving with speed. So, and the scriptures are the favorable breezes. The scriptures, the Vaishnavas, and devotional activities, these are the favorable breezes. So with that, the living entity can easily cross the ocean of nescience to the other side, which is Vaikuntha. So the spiritual master, we say again, is the life link between us, Krishna, and the scriptures. And also the living example. The spiritual master's living examples also inspire us tremendously. What we want to become, the spiritual master already embodies it. So it's an inspiration. So we need a spiritual master. Especially when we are neophytes, we need a physical spiritual master to guide us, to hold our hand. It's just like going into a field, dangerous field where there are so many terrible, terrible wells that are covered with grasses. And because they are covered with grasses, you cannot see the well. Then once you put your leg there, you just violently fall into the well, go deep and go and crash on the ground inside. And the down, there are snakes and terrible, terrible things there. So once you crash there, you cannot come out. So the spiritual master is like the person who knows the terrain and is holding your hand, and you are following him. You are following him. You will be avoiding all where the dangerous wells covered with grasses are, and he will be passing, meandering. Sometimes you go this way, go that way, go until we take you across that dangerous swamp. And in the swamp, there are some all kinds of subtle demons are living in some corners. So somebody who is innocent enters the swamp there. He can easily walk into the mouth of some terrible demons who are waiting. Envy is a demon, anger, malice, greed, lust, all these are demons. The spiritual master knows where they are located and knows how to guide the disciple meander around like a river, meandering, around trees. To not uproot the tree, but it will go around it and it will go beyond it. The spiritual master does that work of guiding the devotees across the dangerous terrain to the other side. And the scriptures are giving us the principles. Scriptures are giving us universal principles. But we need a living person, a living guide. No, we need a living person to train and guide us and coach us on how to apply those principles. Principles are given, but they are applied according to time, place, and circumstances. It is the spiritual master who will now adjust according to those time, place, and circumstances. Your unique circumstances, spiritual master considers, and he adjusts the situation for you to get carried along. So spiritual master is very, very important. And also, okay, it's there to guide, to train, and to coach us on how to apply ourselves to the processes of devotional service. Then also, the spiritual master presence enables us to ask questions, any kind of questions, and the spiritual master will answer. And that way, gradually, he can train, cleanse our intelligence. Yes. So this is the process. Servant of the 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 servant of Krishna. Humility versus pride. Okay. So in a nutshell, we conclude this lesson. The rhetoric philosophy, there is no example, there is no such strict reference. It is instead we see contrary examples where somebody was banished from the Vaishnava community because he tried to act rhetorically. Then the question comes, if Srila Prabhupada direct disciples cannot become pure devotees, then how can we, the indirect disciples, become pure devotees? So we should not minimize what Srila Prabhupada has done. Some of them became pure devotees, others had difficulty because of not applying themselves properly. Okay. Now let's move to the next lesson 3. You read, we are just trying to refresh. If you have any questions, you can also ask so that we carry each other along. Lesson 3, Srila Prabhupada is founder Acharya, and it is subdivided into function of the founder Acharya, Prabhupada, the empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and ISKCON in the future. the topics, the outlines, the sub-headlines. Okay, so we'll be brief. What to do to keep and maintain Srila Prabhupada's position as the preeminent Shiksha Guru? What do we do to keep Srila Prabhupada's position as preeminent Shiksha Guru?
Krishna
What?
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu, by reading Srila Prabhupada's book and living by example, following the 4 regulative principles, we should celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vaisha Puja and distribute books. Hare Krishna.
Yes, we should know this thing so that if you are asked to relate just 2 of them, you should be able to relate. Give 2, just 2 reasons. Or two things you can do to keep Srila Prabhupada as the preeminent Shiksha Guru. Then for ISKCON now and also for future generation of devotees. Then you should be able to quickly say, we should strictly follow the principles established by Srila Prabhupada. We should celebrate his Vyasa Puja constantly. Everybody should participate. We should distribute Srila Prabhupada books. We should regularly read and study Srila Prabhupada books. Diksha Gurus and Shiksha Gurus in ISKCON regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. We do that.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Please, can you also add up by saying we should also attend festivals established by Srila Prabhupada?
Yes, that is also there. We should regularly attend all the festivals established by Srila Prabhupada, like Ratha Yatra, Harinam Sankirtan, Food for Life. All the programs like Gora Purnima, Jamasami, we should celebrate them. And we should also do Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja. Do Guru Puja, Prabhupada Guru Puja in the temple always. As we are doing, every day we are doing Guru Puja. Participate enthusiastically. Then we should continue to protest the Prabhupada in all projects and missions. We should continue to project, not protect, project the Prabhupada. Like in all our projects, we should write Founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. On our letter headings, Founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. On our signboard, Founder Acharya A.C. Anywhere we have some inscription to make, under Founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, we've included. Websites. Yes.
Yeah, because I wanted you to you started, but then I wanted you to explain it so that I get it very clear. What is the difference between Guru Astaka and then the Guru Puja?
Guru Astaka, that is the song.
Okay.
The song we sing during Guru Puja. But Guru Puja itself is the whole worship of the Guru.
Oh, okay.
So where we include arti trace, somebody is offering this, offering that, offering this, offering that. But the Astaka refers specifically to the chanting or the prayers.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then I also hear something like Guru Vaishnava, like Guru Vaishnava. I hear something like that. I don't usually, because they are Sanskrit words, like the meaning and the definitions is like, it sometimes bubbles my mind.
Guru Parampara, that is there. When you say Guru Parampara, we say the chain of disciplic succession coming all the way from Krishna to the present Guru. Each Guru has his own Guru. That Guru has his own Guru. That Guru has his own Guru until the Krishna becomes the last person. Nobody goes beyond it. So that is it.
So that is Guru. That is Guru Vaishnava.
No, Guru Vaishnava is not a term. Guru is a separate distinct. Vaishnava is a separate. You can say Vaishnava Guru.
Okay. So what the word Vaishnava? What does it really mean?
Vaishnava means those who have accepted Vishnu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who have accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay. So
Those
in
who
a
are,
way, like devotees are Vaishnavas.
yeah, like, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
I will.
So we can regularly quote the Prabhupada's teachings also, constantly abreast ourselves with the 7 purposes of ISKCON. This is very important. There are 7 purposes of ISKCON given by Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya. Devotees, each and every devotee should go and look for them and acclimatize yourself with them. They are very important. Okay? And above all, devotees should exemplarily follow the regulatory principles, including chanting of 16 rounds. Lesson 4, ISKCON Gurus. ISKCON Gurus. ISKCON Gurus is subdivided into 4: qualification of a disciple, qualification or qualities of a disciple, attitude of an ISKCON Guru, Gurus and ISKCON authorities, instructions, Gurus outside of ISKCON. That topic we will also trash it. Are we there? So, what are some appropriate attitudes of an ISKCON Guru in regard to teachings of Srila Prabhupada? Appropriate attitude of an ISKCON Guru, yes.
A guru should be someone who is well versed in the scriptures and also someone who represents Srila Prabhupada.
Yes. A guru should be well versed in the scriptures, and it should be someone who represents Srila Prabhupada. And it should be someone who doesn't compromise the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. No adulteration. Yes. No adulteration. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, and then I think a guru is someone who should be able to also control his temper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be an embodiment of tolerance. Yes. A guru should be able to put all his emotions under control. Yeah. But sometimes a guru can become heavy. So it's considered to be like thunderbolt, as hard as thunderbolt and also as soft as rose at the same time. That is a guru. It can be very heavy. At that time, it can be so kind and friendly. In whatever way he acts, he's acting according to time, place, and circumstances. So it's correct. Okay. Cannot compromise the teaching of the Prabhupada, no adulteration, no bringing in something different, something new. As the Prabhupada did not mention. A guru should be well versed in the scriptures, and he should represent the Prabhupada both in his teachings and in his behavior. Some appropriate attitude for ISKCON authority structure. Appropriate attitude. There is a diagram here. There is the ISKCON structure. And the ISKCON structure it goes like this. The Prabhupada is on top of the structure. Then directly under the Prabhupada is the GBC. Then on one side Under the GBC, we have the Guru Services Committee. Then on another side, we have Sannyas Ministry. Then under the Sannyas Ministries, we have Sannyasis. Under the Guru Services Committee, we have Gurus. You getting it? We have Gurus under the Guru Services Committee. Then under the GBC, directly, we have the regional body. And under the regional body, we have the temple presidents, we have the Namahata leaders, we have congregational devotees, and we have the temple resident devotees. All work complementarily for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada.
Agreed, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you have already taught us this, but since we are doing revisions, I'm just refreshing my mind by asking some questions that, like, I think.
Okay.
So, please, what is the main work of the sannyasis, or who are they?
No, no. Let me go first. This one, Papa. I think let me go first. Come. Meet first. I left to go first. Okay, so that is it. The sannyasis are the celibates. From in the temple, you see some people wearing saffron.
Why writing? You know, I said, if you don't mind,
Hare Krishna, Gaddafi.
Haribo.
In the temple, you see some people wearing saffron clothes. They are called brahmacharis. That means they don't have illicit or sexual dealings with women.
Like
They are celibate. They are supposed to be celibate. They are celibates. Then, if somebody practices celibacy and is able to control his senses, then somebody can marry after being able to control his senses. Or he can go on, instead of marrying, he go on with his celibacy. So if he is consistently in that ashram without any fall down, and his renunciation of austerity transmute into service equivalent, so that he's able to do some serious preachings here and there, penetrating places, then his guru will recognize those potentials, and he will encourage him to not to marry for the rest of the life. Yes. So the guru can encourage that disciple not to marry at all. So if he can go on like that for some time, then it's recommended by his guru to the appropriate body, sannyas ministry. Then they can, after some times, they'll be sent to different places. His austerity will be tested. His level of renunciation will be tested. His loyalty to the philosophy will be tested. His purity, his sadhana will be tested. So every year, maybe they give him 5 years. And within the year, he will go to places, he will be sent to places to go and preach. Then they will fill some questionnaire about his attitude, about his behaviors, his interactions with people, his attitude towards the daily programs, his lectures, whether they're inspiring, and his chase to the philosophy of ISKCON, all those will be tested. Then they give reports, and if you have no problem of intimate relationship with women, then they can reduce the years. 5 years become 4 years. 4 years become 3 years. 3 years become 2 years. Become 1 year. Then they officially give him the sannyas. Sannyas initiation or ashram is an ashram next to the gurus. It's an ashram that those who are proving that they are loyal celibates, they practice celibacy for long without any fall down. And people see that, if authorities see that they are actually renounced, they are not acting. And they are very service oriented and they don't waste time in unnecessary things, reading mundane literatures or talking unnecessarily, but they are instead always showing by example, doing everything paka. Then they reduce the years until finally, when the 5 years elapse, then they give him the official title of a sannyas. He can travel around to different projects to motivate people. Sanya doesn't stay in one place. He travels from place to place to motivate the local devotees. So that is the sannyas or the guru. Okay, that is the sannyas. But one can be a sannyas and not a guru. Yes. Until if they observe him for some times, that in the sannyas life is steady and he has acquired the qualities, then they can make him a guru, the next position. So it's a very powerful position. Those who are in that ashram, they wear saffron, like the brahmacharis. They are senior brahmacharis. Senior brahmacharis in good standing. They are candidates. All senior brahmacharis are potential candidates. And when the guru sees your extraordinary preaching achievements, he wants to officialize it so that you can get more authority or more rights to preach on that platform. So it's a very powerful situation. You don't have selfish dealings with women anymore. You are a celibate. Can you do? It is very beautiful if you can do that. You can move fast. Your load will always reduce. You don't have plenty.
Are you a householder or?
No, the sannyasis are not householders. So.
No, please, I'm asking, are you a grihasta?
Yes. But I'm very renounced also, even as a grihasta. Or sometimes some of us, you can even term us as vanaprastha, gradually trying to come out of household life. But I'm still there. The next stage will be vanaprastha. From vanaprastha, you can become a sannyas. Okay, so where are we? Appropriate attitude of an ISKCON guru in regards to the teachings of the Prabhupada. Cannot compromise the teachings of the Prabhupada, no adulteration, no bringing in new things, no things that Prabhupada did not initiate. The guru should be well versed in the teachings of the Prabhupada, and he should represent the Prabhupada both in his teachings and his behavior. Then appropriate attitude towards ISKCON authority structure. Say, this structure we are talking of, if you function within the structure will protect you. each and every person within the structure has his immediate subordinates. Somebody he can be accountable to. Somebody he can be accountable to is on top of him. You see, somebody will be assisting him in his is on top of it. So every level has its own authority that is accountable to. So in this way, the needs of each and everybody within ISKCON can be addressed because there are people who are positioned within the structure to address things. So everybody has an immediate superordinate to whom he can be accountable to. If you work within the structure will protect you. But if you are outside of the structure, you also not get the protection of the structure. So we should all learn how to act within the structures that proper and not deviate. If you deviate, you become like paper, nothing, no potency anymore. All the potency is coming from the proper to us. So we should remain loyal within the structure established. There are some people who have dislocated themselves from the structure and they are struggling to identify best. Even though they were devotees before, now they cannot function within the structure. You see. So let us function within the structure, know where we are, know our immediate superordinates, be accountable to him. He will also carry our energy up until it will start descending again. This is lifetime commitment. The diagram is explained. What should be the guru's attitudes in dealing with the authority structure? The guru should be under the GBC and follow the instructions of the GBC. A guru is not independent, even though he has a high position, he's also subordinate to the GBC. So that's why we say everybody has somebody is accountable to. You see, the guru should be under the GBC and follow the instructions of the GBC. A guru should also preach to his disciples to follow authorities of the GBC. A guru should also preach to his disciples to follow the authority of the GBC. That is a guru, proper guru. Then he should not become independent and autonomous. Everything that comes under the guru belongs to ISKCON, especially they should be accountable to the GBC, should be accountable to their superiors in the structure. So that is good. Then what is good about the structure that is noteworthy according to your understanding? We say what is good about this structure that is noteworthy according to my understanding. Everyone is acting under the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. No one is independent. That is noteworthy. Everyone is acting under Srila Prabhupada and no one is independent. Then each one is being watched by everyone. Everyone is accountable to somebody and everyone else. Meaning each person, no matter where you are located within the structure, you have your immediate superordinates. So recognize him, work according to his direction. That's the beauty of structure. No matter who you are, there's somebody who is in a higher position to watch your activities, and he will also give report about your activities. Everyone's needs and values are being cared for. As far as we recognize the structure and are working according to it, you see that everybody's needs will be addressed because everybody has somebody that to be confiding in. Then you bring it up. These things are good about the structure. About this structure, something that is noteworthy about this structure, according to my understanding. Everyone is acting under the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. No one is independent. Each one is being watched by everyone else. And everyone is accountable to somebody. Then to everyone else also. So everyone's needs and value are being taken care of. Nobody will say it's neglected. Because if he has a situation, he should approach his immediate authority and he should be able to know his immediate authority. Then, what will be the Guru's attitudes in dealing with the authority structure? The Guru should be under GBC and follow the instructions of GBC at all past. The Guru should be under the instructions of GBC and follow his instructions. He should also preach to his disciples to follow authorities. He should not become independent and autonomous. That everything that comes to the Guru actually belongs to ISKCON. So the Guru is not autonomous, he's accountable to the GBC. What is good about the structure that is noteworthy? Okay, yes, we were there. Then we said there are multiple lines of authority. There are multiple lines of authority, and in this case, we have the administrative line of authority, and we have the spiritual line of authority. The spiritual line of authority is headed by your Guru. The administrative line of authority locally is headed by the temple president. Managerial authorities. Spiritual line of authority, managerial line of authority. These are the two lines of authorities. And the GBC is appointed as the final decision-making body. And we say, yes, the more we stay together and render services, the more our impact increases in the society. That means collectively we can do more. United we stand, divided we fall. Then the more we stay together and render services, the more our impact increases in society. Conversely, if we decentralize and do things individually or individualistically, the less our impact. So this structure is very essential. And we give the example of the broom. When a broom is together, all the sticks are together, it's difficult to bring. But when you remove the rope and separate the sticks, one by one basis, even a child can break all of them. But even a giant cannot break the bundle. So if we work together, we become like the bundle of the broom. You see, we cannot break it anyhow. If we go individual, we get lost in the illusion of individuality. And Maya will strike. So in other words, the structure binds us together. And there is harmony. And it's going to be in a global family. Everybody can bring their energy together and there could be synergy. Synergy. And with synergistic approach, we will all expand. Everybody contribute to synergy. The gurus also have that support from the structure. Other gurus synergistically. This structure make it possible that even today, or everybody gets somebody that they can get support from. Otherwise, we develop in individuality, and that is dangerous. Okay. What if a guru abandons this structure? What happens? If a guru abandons this structure, then what will happen is that he will misuse the resources. He could misuse the resources very easily. After all, no one is watching. And if he's not careful, he may fall down also. If it doesn't function within the structure, it's risking falling down. Very dangerous. So anyway, we also ask the question that if there is a conflict between the administrative line of authority and the spiritual line of authority, what should be done? We say we should harmonize. And by harmonizing, we consult. And we gave the example of the Pujari wanting to go for the theatre. And the temple president said, no, we don't have enough manpower. If we all go, the deities will just be there. No, you stay behind. Oh, but meanwhile, his guru has ordered that all his disciples will come for the festival so that he can have opportunity to see them and for them to know themselves. So the Pujari wants to go. The temple authority say, no, you are not going. You are staying. What will you do if you find yourself caught in such a situation? What will you do? You are the one. So everybody's video is off. If that is the case, me too, it demotivates me. If only my video is on, it demotivates me. I will just round up the class. I'm looking for opportunity to round up because I'm not in my base, so it's unnecessary for me to give these classes. If you play absenteeism, then you encourage me to just end the class fast. Okay. Oh. So we say, how do we find a solution to this? We say the individual disciple should relate the message of his guru to his temple president so that the temple president can contact the guru and the two of them should discuss. Then whatever they arrive at, we take that as a solution. Wow. I'm also getting tired now. So I think very soon we should close the class because the way I'm seeing, we are going to postpone the exams to Wednesday. We postpone the exams to Wednesday because my laptop is not with me here. and I'm not back yet, but definitely I'll be back by Tuesday. So we can have the exams on Wednesday evening. Okay. Take note of this and tell others who are not here that this is our result. The exams will no longer be Monday, it will be Wednesday next week. And if we want to make another class to conclude this revision, that will be nice also. On Monday, we can do that. We'll revise again, we continue from where we stop here. Then we continue from where we stop. So we should harmonize the two lines of authority. We should harmonize. There should be proper communication, then harmonize. The authorities should talk together and relate their final instruction to the devotee in question. So on this note, we can end a little bit more. Okay, let me do a little more. Okay, no need. We start from lesson 5 on Monday. But we are going to finish it from lesson 5 to the end. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, please, as we are just about to leave, can you use just 5 minutes to share your experience, how you met your spiritual master, your interaction with him, his name, and that?
Okay. Myself, I met my spiritual master first. I saw a book. First, a friend who has led me to all kinds of things after school, after secondary school. A friend who introduced me to all kinds of other things, like smoking, you know. It's the same person who brought a book entitled Chant and Be Happy. Not this present one we have, but Chant and Be Happy, compiled by His Holiness Bhaktisiddhanta Swami, and the picture was in front, dressed as a monk with the hand inside the japa bag. Very nice. I've never seen that kind of dressing before in my life. So the first thing, just at the first sight, I got attracted. Say, hey, so I can also dress like this. I like this dressing. Then I started reading the Chant and Be Happy. Then I came across the Maha Mantra. That very day, I memorized the Maha Mantra with innocent heart, with pure heart. I memorized the Maha Mantra, and I sat facing one direction, and I was chanting this Maha Mantra for about 30 minutes. I was chanting. So that was my first connection. Then this same person led me to the temple for the first time. I had not seen temple before. We actually traveled for almost a whole day to go and reach where there was temple. Then I saw devotees for the first time. I saw temple for the first time. Everything was, I was not afraid. Everything was just so transcendental to me, looking so nice. So I decided to be part of it. So I renounced just like that. Then it was on the 18th of February, 1985. My guru was coming. I was already in the temple for about 4 or 5 months. That my guru was coming to Nigeria. So he came And I was among those who traveled from our temple to Lagos. That time when the Guru is coming, all the temples, like if Accra now in Ghana now, all the temples will travel to Accra. Takoradi will come to Accra, Sunyani will come to Accra, Kumasi, all will come to converge to meet the Guru. So we travel from our temple, Benin Temple, to Lagos to meet Guru. Then 18th, we went to the airport. I also made sure that I was there. Then our Guru came with the Bhakti Bhat. It's a white body who was initiating here first. They came together. So at the airport, so constant enthusiasm, we all offered obeisances. Because they told me that if you see a guru, a spiritual master, your life is successful. Even if you don't see just him once, your life is successful. Then I was so eager to see him. So I was there at the airport, Guru emerged. Power. The person carried what is called personal magnetism because it's very austere and the vibrations around it is only by the Swami Maharaj. So we offer obeisance at the airport and some of the flower garlands that fell, we pick it, we struggle for the flowers. And I got some also, and I chewed the flower, drank water, trying to imbibe all the energy. That was how I first met my spiritual master. And everything there, from there, to continue very nicely until the Guru was able to tell me, he's pleased with me. That was how I met my spiritual master for the first time, by the grace of other devotees. That is the process actually. You cannot just come across Krishna consciousness on your own. Somebody must show you the way. Either give you a book and you read the book and you follow up to temple, or somebody bring you to temple and later you come on your own. So we need somebody. Krishna always use somebody to do that connection. And he used that, my friend, to do my connection for me. And I've not failed by Guru and Krishna's mercy. We are going on unconditionally. So we thank Guru and Krishna for that. Different people have a way they meet their spiritual master for the first time, but this is how I met my own for the first time. Physically, when I met you, I see that yes, this is somebody. And
the connection was there.
the connection was there. It just come and the thing just click like that. And that time there were so many devotees in the temple. So many, 50, 60 devotees in the temple. They are mature persons. So not children, mature people. If you see temple room during program, everywhere full of. If you give class, somebody giving class at that time, student devotees were very scholarly. They ask powerful questions, and some want to just defeat you that is giving class. So you have to prepare to also, you have to read in order to represent properly. So that was it. Nice. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We close here and we conclude it on Monday and we write our exams on Wednesday. Hare Krishna. Bhakti Nakuti, Bhakti Sewa, Bhakti Buate Cindy. All of you are hiding identity. Okay, no problem. See you on Monday. Thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
Jai. Thank you. Thank you.